and start. And we'll go ahead and start with my special care, which is the Laneige, something like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this lip sleeping mask, and I'm gonna go ahead and use that for my lips to get that started. This is for all skin types, so it's not really like necessarily like for any certain particular persons or anything like that, but I'm gonna go ahead and put that on my lips. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. And this is just to keep them moisturized. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my brows, and the first impression is the Goof Proof Brow, and I have that literally. I've never used it. It's the first time I'm gonna go ahead and try this out. And this is the with the dual end, and this is what it looks like. So it looks like that. It looks more like angular type of thing, kind of like the Anastasia one. So all you have to do is just twist it here in the top, and it starts coming out, as you can see that. And then of course you can set it back and it completely comes off. And this does retail. I'll go ahead and put it down here, so if you want to check that out you can. And this is in the shade 4.5. I'm not sure if it's pretty darker than my actual hair or anything like that, but I will go ahead and use that on here. So we'll see how this goes, so pray for me, guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and start, and all I'm doing is just going to drag this right here slowly. For some reason I tend to do it right here just in the front, and then I start dragging it out. So please quote me if this is something that it's only me, or does everybody else does it. And I feel like this is a pretty harsh like type of color for me, but I'm going in really soft, and I'm just gonna go ahead and arch it. It's pretty fast though. You don't have to like, it's very creamy. You don't have to like literally like draw on it. It's pretty dark, so I'm just gonna like try to see if I can fix this. Compared to this other one, it's pretty dark. Okay, so I'm just gonna use my spoolie and go ahead and soften the end of it right here. Not the end, the beginning of it, I'm sorry. And if you feel like you want to add more, go ahead and add more right here. And then I'm gonna keep going with my spoolie. So it's not too bad, it's just pretty dark. Can you see the difference? Like literally the difference of no brow and actually a brow. That is pretty insane. I'm gonna go ahead and carve them out and get them ready and set them up, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I don't think I did them kind of perfect, but as far as the brows, that's what it looks like. I ended up shaping them like that. I don't know, guys, what do you think? Does it look okay? I guess we have to see how they look like once I'm done with the whole look. Obviously I just did them really quick. I'm not gonna go like all into detail on how I did it. Eventually, you know, we'll just have to keep going. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'm gonna go ahead and test this Ever Matte Poreless Priming from Becca, and this is what it looks like. This is the Becca primer, and this is Forever Matte one. Now this one does claim this is an oil control primer, acts as a liquid blotting paper to leave your skin matte and perfect for up to 12 hours. Use alone before or after foundation to control the oil and minimize pores. Warm a pea-sized amount in the hands and pat into areas of concern. So that's what it does, and it does help. It's gonna be my first time trying this out, so come along and we're gonna go ahead and see what this one's all about. So I'm just gonna go ahead and open it up, and I'm just gonna put a pea amount, is that right? I hope that's the P amount of that. So hopefully it's not. I'm just gonna put it where I'm really oily. I tend to be really oily in my T-zone. As you can see, this is what the oil keeps peeking through, as well as my forehead. But I'm just gonna go ahead and warm it up in my fingers at it indicate that, and work my patting type of thing, and do that where I'm really oily at. Also right here, I'm just patting it how it's at, and I did warm it up, so that's all I'm gonna do. It feels like it sucked the oil out of me, didn't it? And I'm just gonna do it right here too. I don't know, I feel like it has something in it. It's like leaving some texture in my fingers. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's like leaving some texture in my fingers. Can you see that? I don't know, is it supposed to do that? I don't want to have that on my face. It's gonna leave like some powdery finish on it, so it's fine, I don't care. Okay, so after that I'm gonna go ahead and work on my eyes. So I'm gonna go in with this P. Louise eyeshadow base, and this is in the shade number 2. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the back of my hand to go ahead and warm up the primer, and it's gonna be my eyeshadow primer for that. So we are in the mood for I'm gonna just go ahead and use this Morphe brush that I have here, and this is the Morphe M166, and this is what it looks like. Really dome type of thing, like flat. And that's what I'm going to go ahead and use as to go ahead and start my shade. That's what I'm going to use to go ahead and prime my eyelid, and I'm just going to go ahead and start. So all I'm going to go ahead and do is just pat, pat, pat. And I'm going to go ahead and do it all the way to the top. Can you see that? So then I'm just gonna go ahead and also do the kind of close to where the I cut my crease, where I cut my brow, I'm sorry, where I actually cut to make it cleaner, to go ahead and make it look like clean, sharp brow. I'm gonna go ahead and pat it as well right there. So now that I let it and I went to the other eye, I'm going to go ahead and go back again. And I'm going to go ahead and pat it for a second time. So I'm just going to go ahead and get more, and I'm just going to go ahead and pat it. And all I'm doing is just patting on it. Unfortunately, I don't have like a perfect skin, so I have breakouts right there as well. No one's perfect. Now, if you have perfect skin, girl, let me meet you. Let me meet the person who has a perfect skin. because I really want to know who that is. Maybe I'm too nosy. So all I'm doing is just patting, 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 and still patting, 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 patting. And I am dragging it close enough to where this is at. Okay, so then now we're gonna go ahead and start, and we're gonna go ahead in this Dose of Colors, which is from DESIXKATY Friendcation, and this is what it looks like. This is all the names on it. I'm gonna go ahead and share a little bit of what we have in here. So there is the matte, and there's also some really nice shimmery kind of like glitter type of pressed powders, which this one is A Moment, Dirty Money, Necessary, Jeans, Basic, Try Me, Just a Kiss, Girl Bye, Churro, and A Game Over. They are so stunning. They're like so cute. I already tested out, but I do wanted to create a different look for you guys. So this is something that I am excited to go ahead and try. And I wanted to mention, so I'm going to go ahead and do a giveaway with this whole collection. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a little bit more details, so if you want to stay tuned, please keep on watching until the end, and I will give you more information about that. Okay, so now that we're a little bit more close to my face, I'm gonna go ahead and use I think today I'm gonna go ahead and go all reds. How about that? Since it's like almost feeling kind of, you know, that warm type of thing vibes as fall, I'm gonna go ahead and use the color Basic, and this is the one I'm gonna go ahead and place all over my lid as well on top of my crease. And for this month, I'm going to go ahead and use this Morphe E30 brush, which is this one right here. And let me show you. It's this one right here. And it's pretty dull, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. And I'm going to pat that on my lid. And right now it looks pretty much like it got creased up. So I'm just going to go ahead and pat that all over, to go ahead and set that in, have that ready to go. And I'm just pressing it very slightly. And all I'm doing is just like patting motions. And I'm using that all over my lid as well on the top right here. Just right here. And then if you start putting the color in, it's gonna start building up. So I'm just like tapping it in, the color, to go ahead and intensify that. I don't know guys if you can see that. And then I got swirling in. So I'm gonna go ahead and save that brush to go ahead and put it to the side. So like that, whenever you wanna go ahead and, you know, put it on there to go ahead and blend it, you can go ahead and do so. And then I'm going to go back in with this Morphe R35 brush, which is this one right here. And that's what it looks like. So that looks more like this. And this is the brush we're going to be using, the Morphe M35. So now I'm going to go ahead and use Churro right here. I'm going to go ahead and put that on top of my crease, so we can go ahead and start blending out. So all I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm just going to go ahead and put that right here where the crease is, and I'm just going to go ahead and tap it in. So I'm just tapping it in and go ahead and create that kind of like a V shape. And I'm just dragging it right around here. I'm not going any more inside, just because the way that we want to do it, we want to go ahead and just create it like that. And whatever it's left after you shade it in, you want to go ahead and just drag it in just to blend that. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with this shade called Jeans, and this is the darkest one brown shade from all, and this is the one I'm going to go ahead and put in my outer corners to go ahead and intensify that, so that we can go ahead and put that on the actual V part. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to go ahead and intensify the look. And I'm going to be using the M576, and this is in the kind of like more dome shape. And that's what it looks like. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that right here, where it's like right there. I'm just gonna go ahead and drag that in as well, but I'm not gonna go ahead and put it all over. So I'm just focusing right here where it's like all the outer part and nowhere else, just in the outer. And whatever you have left, you want to drag it in. If you want to keep adding more colors, you can always do so. That is completely up to your preferences. Until you are completely satisfied with the shade that you want to keep going, or the way that you want to see the effect on your eye. You always want to go ahead and also determine that on yourself. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and carve out my lid. So I'm going to go back in with that Pure Louise shade, and I'm going to go ahead and use the same brush. I want to go ahead and pack it on. So I'm just going to go ahead and go a little bit right here. And this is a trick. If you want to know where like it goes, you want to look up like a normal lid, and that's where you want to do it. And you start doing your carving, and you want to take your time with it. So make sure you are taking your time, not like me. And I'm going to go ahead and use the shade Try Me. This is the one I'm going to go ahead and place all over my lid. So we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. I'm going to go ahead and start filling that in. And I'm going to go ahead and use from the here. Fill everything in. All the way. Just like that. And then we're gonna go back in with that dark shade right here to go ahead and soften that up right here. So I'm gonna go in with this Morphe E35 brush, and that's what it looks like. And this is gonna be to go ahead and be more precise and more detailed. And this is the Morphe E35. I'm going to go back on with that dark chocolate, which is called Jeans. And I'm going to go ahead and go over here. And this is really good to go ahead and darken up your crease. So that it could be more precise. And I'm going to go in back with that brush that I had right here earlier. I'm going to blend it in, just the top of it. And try not to touch what's called what you did for the red part. Blend that in so that could be like a little bit more sharp. So I'm going to go back in with that same shade, and I'm gonna go ahead and just drag it in. Back into that shade to make it look just like that. If you want to blend it in, that's okay. You can blend that in and blend that right here as well. So it should look something like that. I'll get you guys a little bit closer. And then I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and put my lashes, and then I'll be right back for the rest. Okay, so I am done with my whole look of the... So I'm done with the look. I already put the lashes on. I already did it on this side. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it looks just like that. And I only did a little bit of eyeliner as well. So as far as anything else, I'm going to go ahead and start with my foundation. I already primed it. I am going to go ahead and get ready, and I'm going to go ahead and start. Lately, this has been my #1 beauty blender, and I've washed it and it still looks brand new, and I'm so amazed about it. Like literally, like I have not gone to the old one. You can see if you buy the original one, it looks like this compared to this one. It's like so much bouncer. If you can see that, it's much more softer, and it's so good. Like I'm in love with it. Like I cannot change this. I'm just in love with it. So for foundation, I'm gonna go ahead and use the MAC Studio Fix Plus and the with the SPF of 15, and you want to make sure you go ahead and shake that well. And this is in the shade NC30 as well. So I'm going to go ahead and start pouncing that all over my face. And it's really good because, as you can see, it covers really good as far as my acne scars, and as well it covers like really good the pimples. Can you see that? Like literally it covers really good. And for concealer, I'm going to go ahead and use this Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Medium. And this is what it looks like. Light Medium and a Tarte Shape Tape. And I'm going to go ahead and use that for my concealer. I'm just going to go ahead and dot that right here, right there. I don't like to do the rest of it because I really don't like that. And I'm just going to go ahead and use this Morphe E25 brush. This is like a double-sided angle brush. Not an angle, but it has like a pointy kind of shade. This is like for the really inner corner where you can hardly reach. And this is going to be for the foundation and concealer you want to go ahead and blend out. So this one, I'm going to go ahead and try it out. And I'm just going to go ahead and tap that in. I think it's been a while since I have used just a brush to go ahead and do what I have to do as far as, you know, blending in foundation and as well concealer or anything like that. It's been a while. I've been just using like literally just the whole what's it called, just a beauty blender, and that's all I've been using. I have not used anything else, so I'm excited to go ahead and try this as well. It doesn't look that bad. So I'm just tapping, I'm not dragging, I'm just pressing it into the skin all the way in right here, so like that it can blend in. And I'm going to do the same on this other side. Just push it in. And it's just blended in like really effortless. I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go in with the beauty blender and just the edges. I'm going to soften that up. So I'm going to go ahead and bake. I'm going to go ahead and powder my under eyes, the rest of what I need to do, and then I'll be right back. So now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go back into this palette, And I'm going to go ahead and go back to the chins, and I'm going to go ahead and do that on the smudger side of my bottom. I'm going to go back into that Morphe 37, and I'm going to go ahead and smudge my eyes. And then on the bottom, not underneath. And I'm going to go ahead and do that right here in the bottom of my lower lash line. And I did put the powder in there because in case it has a fallout, which it had very minimal, but I want to go ahead and just prepare it just in case. And it's really good. This brush is really good. So that I'm doing it like right in the edge of my where the lash is, so like that it can be really connected. So now I'm going to go in with this Coastal Ascent brush, and this is in the BRC and 80. That's what it looks like. BRC and 80, and this is from the Coastal Ascent brush. So it looks more like a dome. And I'm going to go ahead and use the color. I'm going to go back with this shade called Girl Bye. And I'm going to go ahead and use this shade to go ahead and do the bottom after I used this darker shade. So I'm just going to buff that out. Just going to drag that in all the way. All the way inside. So I'm just going to go ahead and dust the rest of the whole thing, and you'll see how much more cleaner it looks. Wait, I feel like this primer is making me like literally the whole foundation coming off. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's like literally coming off. And usually when I wear a different primer, as far as like the Too Faced one, it does not do that to me, but this one, it is coming off. And I'm just dusting. So now I'm going to go in with my actual powder. And I'm going to go ahead and use my MAC Studio Fix powder. And this is in the shade NC30, the same as the foundation. So I'm just going to go ahead and powder my face where I did not set. I'm going to do my lower bottom mascara. And I like to look down. So if you have any powder as well on the top of your lashes or even your falsies, I recommend you do that. I'm going to go ahead and go in with this Anastasia Beverly Hills Powder Bronzer, and this is in the shade Cappuccino. And this is what the shade looks like this. So it looks more like a bronzy type of look. So I'm going to go in with this Morphe E48 brush. That's what it looks like. More like circular bomb type of look. So, I don't know if you guys can see me, but I feel like you're on the top. So I'm just going to go ahead and go into my cheeks. I'm just going to go to the other side. Well, I think I went a little more heavier on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest. Now, if you know me, you've been following me for quite some time, you would know that I like to use the Wet n Wild, which is this one. And this is in the shade Dulce de Leche, and I like to do that for my nose. If you know me very well, you should know this. Like, no joke around. You would know this from me completely. So I'm just going to go ahead and tap that a little bit. And I'm just going to go ahead and drag that out. Up and down. And I'm going to do the same right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Follow that. Do the other side. There you go. While I'm baking, I'm going to go ahead and show you the two new different highlighters that DESIXKATY ended up doing. So this is in the shade Fuego, which one they brought back from the first collection. And this is in the Chasing the Sun type of highlighter that they also launched, which is the newer version one that they have. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch that for you guys, and that's what it looks like. So the one on the right side, or to your left, wherever, the more darker one, that is the Chasing the Sun. And of course, Fuego is a more lighter one. That's what it looks like. So just to compare it to you guys, the old one and the newer one, the one is called Fuego. It's the same, it's just different packaging. As you can see, this one, it's more of the darker side, and on this one, it's more of the actually newer side, I mean the older side, which is like more lighter. Sorry, I still have this here, which is called Reality Check. So as you can see, they're really gorgeous, very glittery, and they're the same really exactly same Fuego right here, as you can see that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and use the Chasing the Sun one, which is this one right here. And I'm going to go ahead and use my favorite brush. As you may know, this is the Morphe M501, which is this one right here. And that's what it looks like. That is my favorite brush of all time. If you can't get yourself on this brush, I would totally recommend it. I love using it for any highlight. So here we go and see how it looks like. But before that, I'm going to go ahead and dust this away. It's bothering me. So this is the one for Chasing the Sun. And then we're gonna go to the other side. Oh my god. Look at that. It's really pretty. Just blending that in completely. It makes me feel like, well, I mean, I love highlight. I just feel like for me, if I do it, I have bigger cheekbones, which I don't like. So I'm just gonna dust that right here. Now that we have everything completed, we're just gonna go in with the shades as well for the lips. And for the lips, I am gonna go with the shade, which is called Amethod. I don't even know how to say that, but it's this shade right here. And we're gonna see how it looks like. I'm not gonna put no liner because I don't think I need to. So since I already moisturized my lips, I'm gonna go over it. So that's what it looks like in this shade. Okay, so then the next shade we have, and this is the Dose of Colors in Hey Girl, which looks like this. It looks very much like that. And this is in the shade Hey Girl. Of course, they came out with a new gloss, which is the Most. As you can see, that's what it looks like. And of course, I'm not going to stop, and I'm going to put it on top of this one. And that's what it looks like. So there you go, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me go ahead and fix you guys. All right, so I'm in center. Okay, cool. I'm done. This is the look. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and also comment down below what guys you want to see next. I would love to have you be part of my AABN team. Alrighty guys, so I'm done for the day. I'm done with this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am very thankful for this opportunity to go ahead and be able to create this content for you guys. As well, please don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and also give it a thumbs up if you like this video. Don't forget to comment down below what do you want to see next, and also I do wanted to mention today that there is a giveaway. If you want to be part of the B team, don't forget to be part of the B team and go notify one every single time with a little bell when we are uploading a new video every single time on this channel. Also, for the giveaway of this dose of colors, you are going to receive the full collection completely, all of it, from the palette to foundation, the highlights to liquid lipsticks, to the whole entire collection. You're going to go ahead and receive that, and all you have to do is just go ahead and enter down below hashtag Team B, and all you have to do is just go ahead and once you reach 2,500 followers, as well as the whole part of the big team community here, I'll be go ahead and be choosing one of the lucky winners to go ahead and take that home with them. It's just me saying thank you guys for watching this video, thank you for also being part of the B team, and I can thank you enough. So please don't forget to follow me on my social media, and don't forget to go ahead and be part of the B team. And don't forget to also share the video, share around the world, add your friends, add your family, and why not share it to the whole world. You never know, you might be one of the lucky winners to go ahead and win the entire collection, which I'm totally thankful, and I can go ahead and be excited for whoever gets to be the winner to go ahead and enjoy this collection. And if you want to go ahead and create this look, go ahead and tag me, and that's about it. Other than that, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.